Alex Eala relishes special homecoming at Philippine Women's Open. Times may have changed, but the feeling remains familiar for Alexandra Alex Eala as she once again stepped onto the courts of the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center, this time as a professional, playing in front of her fellow Filipinos. Eala on Monday defeated Elena Chereva, 6-1, 6-2, in the first round of the Philippine Women's Open, marking her first professional match on home soil. The win completed a full-circle moment for the 20-year-old, who last played at the historic venue when she was 12. There definitely is a sense of familiarity, Eala said. But it has changed a lot since the last time I've been here, she added, noting the improvements made following renovation work for the WTA 125 event. I would say it's familiar, but it's upgraded. Beyond competing in front of a home crowd, Eala said the tournament holds deeper meaning as she gets to play with her loved ones watching from a stands. I think it really holds a special place in my heart, Eala said. It's my first ever professional match at home, and I was able to spend it around family, supporters, and surrounded by love. Eala is set to return to action on Wednesday in the round of 16. Homecomings are rarely quiet affairs. They carry the weight of memory, expectation, and a kind of emotional gravity that pulls the past and present into the same breath. For Alex Eala, stepping onto the court at the Philippine Women's Open is more than another tournament appearance. It is a return to the place where the dream first learned how to speak. The air feels different at home. It is thicker with familiarity, with the cadence of a language she grew up hearing courtside, with cheers that pronounce her name not as a headline but as a shared hope. In the Philippines, Alex is not just a rising name in international tennis. She is our Alex, once a child with a racket too big for her hands, now a symbol of what is possible when discipline meets belief. As she walks through the gates of the tournament venue, the sounds come rushing back. The rhythmic thud of balls on concrete courts. The laughter of kids playing just beyond the fences. The murmured prayers of parents watching from the shade, silently asking for their children's futures to be kinder and brighter. These are not distractions for Alex. They are anchors. They remind her why she plays. Much of Alex Eala's journey has unfolded far from home. Training abroad, competing on international stages, adapting to new cultures and relentless schedules, these experiences have shaped her into a world-class athlete. Yet distance has never loosened her connection to the Philippines. If anything, it has sharpened it. Every match played overseas carries a quiet echo of home, a reminder that each victory and loss travels back across oceans to inspire someone watching from a small screen. The Philippine Women's Open transforms that echo into something immediate. Hey! The applause doesn't arrive a second late through a live stream. It rises instantly, warmly, sometimes unevenly, but always honestly. The crowd celebrates her winners with pride and absorbs her errors with understanding. They know that greatness is not built on perfection, but on persistence. On court, Alex's game reflects her journey. There is patience in her baseline exchanges, a calm intelligence in how she constructs points. But there is also fire. An unmistakable spark that ignites when she senses momentum shifting. That fire seems to burn brighter at home. Perhaps it's the flags waving in the stands, or the way young fans mimic her forehand between games. Perhaps it's the unspoken knowledge that, for many in the audience, she is proof that Filipino athletes belong on the global tennis map. This homecoming is not about comfort, the expectations are real, and Alex feels them. Playing in front of a home crowd can be a double-edged sword. The support lifts you up, but it also presses down with hope. Every point feels watched, every match a small referendum on promise. Yet Alex meets this pressure with maturity beyond her years. She understands that representation is not about winning every match, it's about showing up with integrity, courage, and heart. Between matches, she smiles easily, signs autographs, and exchanges words with fans who speak to her as if she were a cousin returning from abroad. These moments matter. They humanize the distance between elite sport and everyday life. They tell young players, especially girls, that the path is difficult, yes, but it is also real and reachable. The Philippine Women's Open becomes, in this way, a shared celebration, not just of Alex Eala, but of Philippine tennis itself. The tournament stands as a statement that the country is not only producing talent, but building spaces for that talent to retain, to inspire, and to grow roots even as it reaches outward. For Alex, the homecoming is both a pause and a push forward. It is a moment to look around and acknowledge how far she has come, without lingering too long. She knows the road ahead remains demanding. Rankings shift, opponents adapt, and progress is never linear. But returning home refuels her in a way no training block ever could. As the sun sets over the courts and the final applause of the day fades, Alex packs her bag with the same quiet focus she brings to every tournament. Yet something lingers, an extra warmth, a deeper sense of purpose. She arrived as a professional athlete, but she leaves carrying the collective pride of a nation that sees itself in her fight. In relishing this special homecoming, Eala does more than compete at the Philippine Women's Open. She bridges worlds. She reminds us that while champions may be forged abroad, their stories often begin, and are renewed, at home.